Dear student, in this session we study about the second and third part of chapter 2 of supplementary reader Children at Work class 8. Now in the previous session we knew about that how the Valu ran away from the home and how the girl met him. Now Valu decided to go with her. Valu saw her going away. He ran after her. He took him along a road. Valu saw that there was a large number of vehicles on the road. Smoke and dust made Valu head spin. They did not stop for anybody. When there was a gap, Jaya almost dragged him across the road. Valu's heart was still beating fast. He looked back at Central Station and the traffic speeding by. Then they walked along the side of the road under some huge signboards. Valu looked up Valu looked up at the pictures. Banyans, car tires, pants, a woman holding a box. He could not know what they said because he could not read English. Now she took him onto a bridge. Valu peeped over the railing. The road under him ran to the city. Valu saw a big building in the distance. She pointed at the huge building. Valu could not read the sign Central Jail. Valu could read the sign Central Jail. She warned him not to get caught, otherwise, he would be in jail. Meanwhile, the girl was already heading down the bridge with Shake on her shoulder. Valu asked, "What are you carrying in the bag?" She replied, "Things, bottle, paper." Valu wondered what she was doing with them, but he felt shy to ask any question. Now it was still morning, but Valu's bare feet burned as the sun blasted down on the tar, and he was soaked with sweat. He was thinking about the food, and after an hour they stopped in front of a big building which was auditorium. He read the name of the groom and bride and see big cars parking outside. When the girl told him to come, looking at the huge hall and the people inside, he asked, "Are we going to eat there?" She led him behind the hall, where a huge garbage bin was overflowing with rubbish. Two goats were standing on the pile, fighting for a banana leaf. She picked up a squashy banana and held it out to him and told, "Here's your food." The girl picked up a crushed banana and offered it to Valu to eat. Valu was shocked. He asked if they are going to eat the leftover. The girl disagreed. She said that she ate only untouched food. She threw him a banana. Valu looked at it with distaste. However, he was too hungry to refuse any food, so he ate the banana as well as bada. The girl could find only one more banana, which she ate herself. Then Jaya told him that if he was still hungry, he could wait here till lunchtime. Then she put a couple of bottles in her shake. She said she was going home because she had more work to do. Valu panicked. He realized that if the girl left him, he had no idea where he was. and what to do. It was better to stick to her. He ran after her again. Now, the Balu asked hurriedly behind, "What is your name?" She replied, she said, "Oh, you have been following me around with even knowing my name." Now she said, "My name is Jaya." This girl's name was Jaya. Then she walked away with her sake. Value knew nothing about the city. He thought it best to stay close to Jaya. So he accompanied with her to her home. Now we start with the third part of Children at Work. Jaya and Valu walked along the road for half an hour until they came to a bridge across a dirty trickle of water. Jaya called it Buckingham Canal. Valu stared. Near some pudding of water, there was a row of huts. These were the strangest hut Valu had ever seen. They were made of all sorts of things: metal sheet, tires, bricks, wood, and plastic. They stood crooked, crookedly and looked as if they would fall at any moment. Crookedly means not straight. To Valu, these huts looked strange because in his place the houses were made of mud and palm leaves. Valu was confused and thought about the work which, which she wanted to do with those things. The only work he had ever done was on the landowner's farm, weeding and taking cows out to gauge. Are there any farms in the city? She laughed at this and told him that there was no farmers there and they were rag pickers. Valu had never heard a thing that people collect things from rubbish bins. She clarified the fact that it is not rubbish they are collecting, but only paper, plastic, glass, and such other things. He was puzzled when he heard that they sell it to Jam Bajar Jaggu. He asked her, "Who is he? And why is he buying all these?" Because he had heard of only people throwing away rubbish, not buying them. She explained him that after buying this, he sells it to a factory. Jaya told she had no time to waste like him, but Balu didn't move from there. He was thinking that he he hadn't run away and come to this new place to dig through garbage bin. However, he felt he must do it until he finds a better job. So he followed her with a shy. Now, this is the end of chapter Children at Work. I hope you all understand it. Thank you.